It is HR17 and we have overload fault. If I enable machine, you will see on the screen it starts, shows a 50% on the weight, and then it goes into overload. So if I look in a calibration, I see 0 kg one channel and the other channel about 20 kg. So I will try to do some checks. I think maybe it's an issue with the wiring. As the customer said, if a moving console, if they shake this console about, then it starts working sometimes. So I'm just going to show you quickly what I see on the diagnostic module, so you have an idea. So machine is turning on. You go calibration, weight. So one channel is completely over 117, and if I go into error codes, it says the cage weight error 38. Okay, so that's the issue we have here. I'll try to fix that. So inside the console now, and there is a two connection here, channel 1, channel 2. So this both channels is from the load cell, so they connect directly to PLC. So this gray wire goes to PLC, and this connector here is the power supply to the cell. So I don't think it's an issue with the power supply, as the cell is producing output on one channel. So we have to look to see what sort of voltage we're getting here. Alright, so I got my ground connection here, and I will measure the voltage on channel 1, channel 2 once the machine is started. So let's switch machine on. So machine is on now, so that's reading 2.6 with me standing in it. So alarm is going off now, and channel 2 should be same. So channel 2 is reading way higher, 3.2 for some reason. Okay, so 3.2, 2.6. So there's a big discrepancy in the channels. Okay, so I think that's where the problem is. So let's have a look into resistor box, just check if everything is okay there. So here at the back of the console we have this box. Inside the box is the two resistors here, so that they do current to voltage conversion basically, and this is channel 1, channel 2 wires. So that all that seems to be okay here. The power supply on the red, so it seems like there's no issues here. So I think it's actually the fault with the load cell, and that one here. So I think I'm gonna have to change that and run calibration, and hopefully that's gonna solve the problem. So as a trial, I just put that cell outside here, connected in, and I want to check to see the voltage on the channel 1, channel 2. So I will measure the voltage between the 0 and channel 1, channel 2. So we're expecting to have the same reading. The original cell, it gives us quite a big discrepancy. So switch the machine on. The black one goes on the negative. Let's see if you can see it. And channel 1, I think that's channel 1. So that's what we're reading, channel 1, and that is 1.56. And the channel 2, so I gone one step up, that's 1.56 as well. So both channels are reading exactly the same, and that's the way it should be. Okay, so don't worry about the value for now. 1.56 is just because there's no load on the cell, it's just standing free there. So I'm in the process of load cell change. So the way I do it is I left it all up so I have a good access to the bolts. I will remove 2 bolts from this side and 2 bolts from this side, and I loosened up those 2. So the floor is kind of loose, and I will try to lower it down on the floor now, and then I will be able to remove the cell without too much troubles. And just need to remember to do this post screws to release the plastic. Just to show you my progress. So look, removed all the bolts from the load cell, so the load cell is loose now. So only thing I have to do is to pull the load cell out, fit a new one in. Okay, and the way I did a setup here is, see if I can show you from here. So the telescope out, got the floor down, supporting the cage on that side so it's not tilting over, and links slightly up, and that gives good access to those bolts here and these ones from here. And you can see the load cell is completely loose now. Look, it's moving. So only thing I have to do is just remove it. I may gonna have to go a bit up on a function or tele in slightly, so I'm creating bigger gap between the cage and this bracket. That gives a bit more room for the load cell to come out. So let's try. So if I put this cable up on top here, try to slide the load cell out, see, that's coming out, and it will come out. I just need to take this filter off the cable so we can get the connector through that hole right there. So that's easy done, just 2 clips holding it together. So you put the clips and look, the loads will fall out on its own. So issue may going to be here is that bolt, so I'm gonna have to remove this bolt to get the plug out. Yeah, so I will do that. I will remove this bolt, so get that plug out and put a new load cell in. As you can see, it's not too complicated. Okay, so that bolt is coming out. There it is, and the connector should fit through. There we go. So the load cell is out. I'm gonna get the new one in. So new load cell coming in. The wire first, then pull the wire out and get the cell in position. It's a bit difficult to hold the phone and the cell, but look, so it's coming here. Okay, so the load cell in the place now. Just need to put a couple bolts in to hold it and put the screws back in. So new load cell in place. So I got a couple bolts in, so 2 bolts on top, 2 bolts at the bottom. They're not fully tight, just hand tight to keep it in the place. I'm gonna lift the cage in the right position now, and then I'm gonna put the rest of the bolts and I'm gonna torque them up. So don't forget to use a Loctite, and you should use a Loctite, and you should torque them up at 205 Newton meters. Okay, so that's where we are. So I'm gonna lift this off now and I'm gonna finish it. So here it is, the new cell is in. All bolts back in, these bolts are back. So never make those bolts too tight. They should have a bit of play, 2-3 mils. If you make them too tight, you will have troubles with the calibration. Okay, so that's done. Cable's connected, the filter back on. So now next thing to do is test it and do calibration. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'll do 0 calibration. F2, okay. 4717. So that's calibrated 0, and the next thing is going to be going to call max and calibrate max with the safe working load in the basket. So I'm going to have to put 225 kilograms in the basket and do calibrate max. So going to max. So now I put a weight in. You can see it's already seeing some sort of weight, but it's all incorrect because it's using the previous calibration. So that's done. So now I should take some weight out and I should see 200 kilos, I think. I will take the 25 out, and it should be 200 kilos in the basket, and the alarm should stop. Okay, so I took 25 kilos out, and it's reading 200 kilograms. Alarm has stopped, and that's just perfect on both channels. Okay, so for comparison, I just do a quick voltage reading, so we know what we had with the bad cell and what we have with the new one, and that's gonna be all done for now. All right, so back in the console now. So negative, go channel 1, and that's reading 2.6. I don't remember what I had before, but you can see on the beginning of the video for comparison. So channel 1 2.6 now with the new cell, and the channel 2 2.6 as well. So they both pretty much the same, and that's the way it should be. So that's all done for now. The machine is working fine. The output of the cell is good. Calibration went without any troubles. So I'll see you on the next one.